I think the most important factor today in order to get this result, especially against a team like Mamelodi Sundowns, is group effort. A lot of energy, a lot of intensity, a lot of aggression, right mentality, and belief. And I'm really, really proud of the 21-man squad that we actually had out here today. The preparation, everything that we done during the week uh, was not what we put out there today for various reasons. We obviously had quite a few suspensions, key players. Petrus, who's been extremely important for us in that defensive holding role. Tami Mkize woke up this morning sick, not well. Keanu Cupido woke up this morning sick, not well. Mark van Heerden suspended. And we actually flew Ramazani up this morning. He literally landed here at 1 o'clock. He actually got a fine, I think, driving from the airport to get him here. So we literally had to change the whole plan. Hour and a half before kickoff. So today it wasn't about tactics. Today was all about effort. And the players gave me that, and I think the reward is obviously from all that effort, getting the desired result. And like I said, coming with the right mentality, coming with a mentality that it is possible. They could have looked at it the other way by saying, we don't have some of our senior players. Keanu's ill, Tami's ill. We don't stand a chance. But they didn't come with that mentality. They continued to believe that they could come here and get the desired results. I have to congratulate the players.
Questions on the floor, please introduce yourself. Coach, obviously you came here with ambitions of your own, high out the law, looking at what was there for Sundowns to achieve. Um, do you sort of feel pity for them or support for them in a way?
No, no pity. Because it's about us. I don't look at them, I look at us. And we haven't had the type of season that we aspired to have. Last season we finished on 45. This season now we finish on 45. The pressure that was on me last season had no comparison to the pressure put on me this season. Yet we finished on the same points. But we went through a very, very rough patch where we didn't perform. And a lot of that is down to what I just spoke about, not having the right mentality, not having the right desire, not looking to play with that energy, not looking to play with that intensity. And yes, we did lose quite a few key players, and I thought we lacked certain qualities this season. But the work ethic from me, the technical team, was exceptional for us to finish where we finished, considering where we were. At one stage, I think I can't remember, 8 or 9 games without a win. And credit to the chairman, he stuck in there, he continued believing in us. But how often do you see that happen in this country?
Another question. Please, if you don't mind, introduce yourself for the sake of coaching. Coach, how do you sort of, I mean, the question is twofold in terms of how do you rate the season that the team has had in terms of everything that it's gone through? And also, is sort of the league a true measure of where teams are at? I mean, when you look, for instance, team like Golden Arrows and lost 9 games in a row, finished ninth. You also had a very challenging 2014, 2024, which you high up in terms of the 24.
Yeah, I think just
Yeah.
the end of your question, I think I was discussing this with the technical team this morning at breakfast. Um, the season, my first season at Cape Town City, we finished on 55 points, and we finished third that season. The following season, Benny was in charge. They finished fifth on 40 points. Yeah. So I think if it's showing you anything, this is not something new. The target for everyone at the time was you want to finish in the top eight. 40 points is the target, and once you hit the 40 points, you in the top eight. But there's been seasons where you've seen like Sundowns run away with the league. Yes, there's a big difference now because they've done it 7 years in a row now, and the gap between us and them has grown definitely. But I think that's down to the quality that they have and the power that allows that. And you look across the world, who's winning leagues? Majority of the clubs, it's only Leverkusen this year that in reality caused the shocker. But we saw that with Leicester. But in reality, Man City has all the money in the world. Real Madrid has all the money in the world. Bayern Munich has all the money in the world. And those teams end up winning the leagues. It's a fact. But I think this season there was a stage where I looked at it and I said to myself, this season maybe 30 points is not enough for survival. Might even go up. It might be up to 31, 32. And there was a stage that I thought Swallows might get dragged in, Roller might get dragged in. Um, because I think those clubs, we're a lot closer to one another now versus where Sundowns is. And for us to catch there, that's going to be a massive challenge, especially for us as a club. But I think we've got to be smart in terms of what we do, in terms of our recruitment. I think we made a few mistakes this season, if I must be brutally honest, and we took one or two too many risks. But those are risks that I take, the chairman takes, and we hope that we learn from that, so that next season we don't make those same mistakes. Every season I look at us. Last season we finished on 45. We finished fourth in the league. This season now 45, and we finished fifth. And at Sekukune, it's only by one goal difference that they finished fourth. Polokwane, there's no way anybody would have thought they would have finished in the top eight. They had a run of certain good results that took them where they are. You know, it's been an up down season for most clubs. There was a period where I thought Pirates would be pushing, and then they faltered. The Stellies of late faltered. It's almost like all the clubs go through a bit of a wobble somewhere along the line, barring Sundowns. You know, and we want to try and ensure that in future that we don't get that wobble. We started the season really well, 2 wins in a row, and then we had a wobble, and then we came back and we done really well just before the break for the Afcon, and we came back from that and we had a wobble again. And those are the questions we ask. What is the reason? And for me, like I said, mentality. Having the right mentality. You were laying second in the league, 29 points. You finish the second half of the season with the same amount of points, 58. Where do you finish? You know? So that's the disappointment for me. And every season we look to try and improve on every record, be it how many goals scored, be it how many goals conceded, be it how many assists did Darwin give, how many goals did Darwin score, Jaden, how many did you give? Can you increase it by one or two? Not big numbers, and that's how I look to judge the guys. And that's no different to what we'll do for next season.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Just talking about the gap between what do you look at things that are the dangers that are going to force you to make the same mistake or what are
So I think the one thing is that players shouldn't be seeing us as a stepping stone to something better. Only. Nothing wrong being ambitious and wanting to go to bigger things. There's nothing wrong with that. But understand, we've brought you to the club because we're a club that wants to win things. We're a club that wants to achieve things. And I think that mentality has to change. That understand when you come to Cape Town City, we're a club that wants to finish in the top four. We're a club that wants to get to cup finals. We're a club that wants to compete for the league. And if you do all of that, you will still get the opportunity to go higher. But it shouldn't be the be all and end all. The be all and end all should be that you are playing for Cape Town City and you want to win and achieve things at Cape Town City. And I think there, sometimes we've lost certain personnel or people that have left the club for better things that should have given more, in my view. We got to get them into the right mentality, make them aware and understand that we're not a small club. We're an ambitious club. And then it's about, like I said, the recruitment. The recruitment shouldn't just purely be on technical abilities of players. You know, we need to be studying more into the mentality, personality, to get to know the player a little bit deeper. Sometimes you only learn that 2 months into the season. But hold on, maybe we made a mistake here. He doesn't have that mentality that we wanted. And I think we have to be a little bit more brutal, at least me, because ultimately the one whose head's on the block is me. You understand? So there I need to be a lot more wise when it comes to recruitment.
Coach Ines from Kiko. Coach, my first question: how they've been in the league, and the second one, currently, he's never received the other.
Yeah, obviously we're really, really happy to get the result against Sundowns because ultimately we were still chasing that fourth position, you know. But as a coach, I want to beat everyone, not only Mamelodi Sundowns. I want to beat the TS Galaxies and the Royal AMs that we didn't beat, you know, the Golden Arrows that we didn't beat. Those are also important games. But every game I go into, I never play for a draw. I think again you saw today we didn't come here and sit low block and try and catch people on the counter. We went forward. We went forward and we looked to press them and we looked to put them under pressure. It's what we done in December and it's what we done again today. You know, then with regards to Darren, my humble view is Darren should still be in the national team because of the qualities and the experience that he has. I think there is no better goalkeeper in South Africa coming for crosses. And you saw that today towards the end. Shot stopper, really, really good. Um, but yeah, we understand he's starting to reach the back end of his career, and maybe the coach is looking at other younger keepers. But I think the experience and the knowledge that Darren has and the ability, he should still be looked at.
Coach Potato from Hope and Life Radio. I think you've mentioned that this is the second season that you're ending in the third place of the log.
No,
Have you
fourth and now fifth.
have you achieved the goals that you have set for yourself as
No,
a coach, and as the club also, are they happy with what you have achieved so far going
no. Like I
into the
said
season?
before, our objective was to finish in the top four again, like we did the season before. Season before that, we finished second. So, like I said, we want to build. We want to keep building. So, you know, the chairman always puts more pressure on me. And, you know, so the mandate is can we finish in the top four? Can we finish in the top three? Can we push Sundowns to win the league? None of that changes. So, like I said, my ambition is to win things. I want to achieve things, you know, and that doesn't change. So for this season, do I think we achieved? No, no, I don't, because of the type of season that we've had. We dropped so many points in this second half that we should have seen ourselves really being up there contending with Pirates and Stellies for at least that second spot, in my view. And we let ourselves down for that reason.
Yeah, are they happy with you and what you've achieved?
I haven't spoken to the chairman after the game, but I think all of us we saw the objective still to get in that top four, which was the objective. We believe that with a win today, possibly we could achieve that. Unfortunately, at halftime it was possible, and then it changed at the end. But I think ultimately, chairman understands um, the type of season that we've had and how we've managed to come out of that rut that we were in and finish where we finished is actually quite, in my view, fantastic recovery.
We'll take the last question. Unfortunately, the question is from Africa. You spoke about recruitment.
Mm.
One of the recruitments that sort of piqued my eye is the Kanye Lishabela
Mm.
recruitment. How would you assess his first half season in South African football? And do you think he has adapted well, and what would he need to improve on going into the next season?
Yeah, like I said, this season now, let me use Kanye as an example, and that to a degree it's also Petrus. Panic buys at the time, to be honest, because we lost certain key players and we needed to bring in urgently. And when you do that, you take a massive risk. And then understand there's going to be an adaptation period where those players need to adapt to maybe my playing philosophy. You may have to adapt to the style of football played and the intensity of football played here in South Africa versus where he's come from. And I've experienced that with so many players. And to be fair on a guy like him, I thought coming from England, he struggled. He struggled to really adapt to the pace and the speed and the intensity of our games and the pressing and he was literally thrown in the deep end. Hard, really, really hard. Versus a Petrus who's plays for the Namibian national team. He's played in Africa. Uh, he adapted a lot quicker, but we were fortunate. You understand what I'm saying? We were fortunate that that happened. Could have gone the other way around, where he would have struggled. You know, a lot of when I brought him, I was told, "Oh no, he struggles passing this, that," but he got here, and actually he didn't. His passing was actually crisp, good, controlled, under pressure, didn't panic. Whereas like a Kanya, he struggled with that under pressure. And the harsh reality is that you want to give people time, but like I said, these are trying to fix holes that have appeared, and there's no time. It's about fixing the hole now. You don't have time, and it can be harsh on a player sometimes. So do I think Kanye is a good player? I think he is. But did he struggle? Yes. And I get judged on results. I don't get judged on, oh, but coach, you gave him game time. Well done.